What's up, y'all? I had got a question in my comments asking how you can deploy a React application to Heroku. So I'm gonna be showing you how to deploy a simple React application to Heroku. This application was built with Create React App. I ain't do no modification to it. So with no backend, just straight up React App. I'm gonna show you how to do a deploy to React. I'm a Heroku. So let's get into it. First, let's go into our terminal. Um, Change directories into your application. I call mine deploy. So I'm just going to change directories into deploy. I'm actually delete this. Y'all won't have this yet, so don't worry about that. So change directories into your application. And then first we need to figure out our node and npm versions. So we're going to do npm -v. Then we're going to do node -v. So you see I have npm version 5.7.1 and then node version 9.5.0. So I'm gonna come up here right below private. I'm gonna create another field. I'm gonna call this engines, and it's gonna be an object. Make sure you put your comma at the end of the bracket. And then inside of this object, we're gonna have two properties. We're gonna have one called node, and make sure you put in these in double brackets too. It has to be double brackets. So the first one's gonna be node, and then we're gonna take our version. So my node version is 9.5.0, 9.5.0, comma, and then npm, same thing. I think mine was 5.7.1. Yeah. So save that. All this is saying is telling Heroku which versions of Node and npm to install for us when they build our application for us. So now that we have that, we need to head over to Heroku.com, which I'm already signed in. But if you're not signed in, just go to Heroku.com, sign up. I'll show you real quick. Sign up, enter your details, your information. They will be sending you a link to your email address to confirm. You have to click that link to proceed. So make sure you click that link and confirm your email. And then once you do that, just come up here to log in, and you'll be greeted with this page. You won't have these projects in there. These are just my projects I've deployed with Heroku so far. But once you're here, that's good. We're gonna open up a new tab, and we're gonna type in Heroku CLI, and it should be the first link, devcenter.heroku.com. We'll scroll down. Now we need to install the CLI for Heroku, which is CLI is command line interface, I believe. But it's basically just telling us, it's basically installing some command line scripts that we can run inside of our terminal. So for Mac, you have two options. You can use an installer or Homebrew. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. If you don't have Homebrew though, this will not work. You have to have Homebrew to use the script. So if you don't have Homebrew, just use an installer. Windows, you got your 64-bit or 32-bit installers, and then Ubuntu, you got your script right here. So I have Homebrew, so I'm going to use this. I actually have Roku installed already, so I'm not sure what it's going to do. Let's just see. So if you use the script, paste in your terminal, hit enter. If you're using Windows or you want to use the installer for Mac, just install it and follow the instructions. All right, so mine is done. And to make sure that this is installed correctly, I'm going to do Heroku -as version. And it should output our version. I have 6.15.35. So now you know that you got Heroku installed. We're gonna scroll down, and we're basically just gonna run these commands that it tells us. So first we need to log in. We're gonna do Heroku login, and you'll enter the credentials you just use to sign up, or if you already had a Heroku account, just enter those. So I'm gonna input my information. It says boom, logged in as the email I use. And then inside of our app, make sure that you're inside of your app. We're gonna do Heroku. Or no, first we're gonna add add and commit all of our files for our project. So we're gonna do git add space. I meant dot. I'm sorry. Git init. Then we're gonna do git add dot git commit dash m double quotes, and we're gonna call this initial commit. You can name that anything you want. Hit enter. Now we're gonna we're gonna make our Heroku. I guess you could call this server or applet. So to do that, we're gonna do Heroku create. Now, as you can see, we got two links. This first link is going to be the URL for your application for visitors to visit. We don't need this right now, though. We could get this later. The main one that we need right here is this Git repository. Copy this. So all Heroku is it makes a Git repository for you, and you just push it to the repository. And when you push it, Heroku goes through a couple of tests to make sure that your app runs right and doesn't crash, and then it deploys it to the server for you. So we need to add this repository to our branch. So if you don't know Git, it's fine. Well, it's simple. We're gonna do Git remote add, and we're gonna call this Heroku, and then we're gonna push it to this. We're gonna paste this address we just copied up here, the second one. So click enter, and you might get this error: fatal remote Heroku already exists. Don't worry. Now we're gonna do Git. Now we're gonna push to our branch. So we're gonna do Git push Heroku, because that's what we called it. We're gonna push our master branch to Heroku. Hit enter, and it should start doing some tests for you. Now, as you can see, it's getting our node and npm versions reset in our package.json file. You see at the 9.5.0 for node, and then npm 5.7.1. And it's just gonna go through a couple of tests. It shouldn't take too long. It really depends on the size of your application as well. This is just a basic create React app. Now, there's also another way that we could deploy React applications to Heroku, which I'll show you once this is done. And it's actually real easy. If you have GitHub, it's real easy. So as you can see, we have build succeeded. Verify and deploy is done. So everything is working. It was deployed to Heroku. All right, boom, no errors. So once you get here, you want to open up this application to make sure it's working. So I'm gonna do Heroku open, and it should open up in a new tab for you by itself. And there we go. We have just deployed our simple React app to Heroku. Now, if you want to get this link later, just go back to your Heroku dashboard, and you should see it here. Refresh. You can see it here, lit bastion. Now, if you don't want to go through all that and you just want to use GitHub to deploy to Heroku, let's just say you got your um your React app ready. You still need to find your engines, but then you're gonna go into your browser, then go to Heroku, and you're gonna create new. You're gonna hit create a new app. Should I do it? Yeah, I guess I can. Create new app. I'm just call this test dash Manny. United States, create app. Now it's going to automatically go to the deploy section for you. So you're gonna scroll down, and if you have GitHub, you're gonna click on GitHub. I already have mine connected, so once you do that, connect to GitHub. You see your profile right here. Now you're gonna type in a repo name that you want to connect to this server, this Heroku server. So let's see, which one can I use? I guess we just could use that basic HTML. Well, that's not React, so let me just use a React one. I guess portfolio. Hit connect. Now, how this works is you have automatic deployments from GitHub whenever you push your master branch. So you can enable that if you want. I'm not gonna do it for this test. But if you just want to, say you want to push your master and then you want to deploy it manually, you leave this how it is and just come down here, and every time you push your master GitHub branch, so instead of doing git push Heroku master, you'll just do git push origin master. And then it'll deploy to your GitHub account or your GitHub repo instead of Heroku's. And then you just come here and then you deploy branch. Actually, it's not gonna work for me. I just remember my portfolio has a Node backend, so it's not gonna work for this one actually. What other? Which one can I use? Yeah, we do React block. That'll work. See, you see, I got an error. So I'm gonna use a different one. I'm gonna use, yeah, disconnect that. I'm gonna use React block. Now I'm gonna deploy this. Ah, shut up. So let Heroku do its thing. You don't have to wait here either. You can go back to the home screen as well. We're just gonna wait for this to be done. Ooh, excuse me. By the way, if you're tired of having Google have all your information, try out this Brave browser. I've been using it for like 2 days now, and I'm liking it. It has some nice features on here, and it says it's secure. It has its built-in ad blocking and everything. So just try it out if you want to try a different browser. I'm liking it so far. So you see it says it's been deployed. So hit view, and here we go. This is my React blog. This ain't nothing spectacular. I was just playing around with GraphQL, so don't laugh at my design. But as you can see, it's working. So yeah, that's how we deploy it to Heroku. If you have a Node backend, leave a comment. If I get enough requests, I might make a video on how to deploy a Node and React application to Heroku. So see you guys in the next video.